This is a message for Pisces. Pretty much all signs are welcome as well. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I'm live for other messages, other readings, other material, and just to say hello. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when I'm live again for other messages. Please feel free to use the chat to let me know how it's resonating with you, or if you're watching this after the stream, please feel free to use the comment section below to let me know how it resonates. Few things. Just want to let you know that time is fluid in tarot, which I'm sure a lot of you know that. So this message could have resonated at this time. It could have already resonated, or it could resonate sooner than you think. So please, please take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Okay. All right. Who do we have? Hey, Brad, Timeless. What's going on, everybody? Okay, I'm going to be using the mindful messages again, just to see what the overall energy is. Then we're going to go into energies around you. And always we're promoting forward movement. Okay. Okay, let's get into it, everybody. Let's see what we got here. What messages do we have? Somebody's favorite color could be blue. I don't know why I'm hearing Blues Clues. Somebody's child like Blues Clues, or maybe you watched that when you were a kid or something. Something about the color blue. It's me after all. Hello. Like, I'm hearing that song, the Blues Clues song. So maybe somebody's kid's been watching Blues Clues. That's weird. Hey, Magic. What's going on? It's me after all. Hello. I think I said hello, but I'm saying hello again just in case. All right. Overall energy, I have the Get Focused card. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, I have the Releasing Anger. Okay. So you could be at a place where you have released a lot of anger towards people that have hurt you, people that maybe didn't pour into you like you poured into them. It's kind of like you're just focusing on other things. You're not letting those actions take over anymore. Hey, James. Good for you. We have the Recharge. So you've had time to think. You've had time to process. You've gotten to a place of saying, okay, why am I worrying about what happened? I can't change it. So definitely, you're releasing a lot of anger, a lot of frustration here. Hey, Darisha. We have the Personal Journey. Okay, so here it is. You're releasing anger. You're focusing on your forward movement. You're no longer thinking about somebody else's actions, people that hurt you, people that did things that didn't make sense to you. And it seems like you're giving certain things a pass. We have the Casting Spells card. Anytime I see that card, we're thinking about not casting spells on people, but being mindful of your words. We talked about that in the reading. If you watched the one from earlier this morning, being mindful of your words, because your words have power. So being careful with the tongue, making sure that what you're speaking is something that is speaking life into your life, and also speaking life into other people. So the fact that you are releasing burdens makes it so that your heart space is more open, and you're able to, be more positive. You feel better. You're looking better. You're doing better. Okay. I have the Coming My Way card. So you could have a lot of great things coming your way. You could have a lot of great things being released so that they can move your way. Some of you, maybe you have been seeing little blessings happen all around you. And some of you probably had some huge blessings, like a new job, or maybe a car situation worked out for you, or whatever it is. But definitely, I truly believe that it started with your mindset here. We have the Water My Dreams card here. So definitely, I feel like you're at a place of really following through with what you wanted to do. It could be something small or something big. And I feel like by you having faith, by you moving towards it. You're watering your dreams. You could also be around people that are also being supportive of that. All right, we have the mirror. Yeah, so you could be getting to know people, or maybe you have been in contact with people that are mirroring your image, mirroring what it is that you see in yourself, which has really been helpful. A lot of you have gotten to a place of saying, I just want positive energy around me, and that's pretty much what you're getting. We have the dance it out card. Some of you probably like to dance. When I see that card, I'm thinking about, letting go of stress. You probably listen to music as a way of therapy for yourself here. A lot of songs that we listen to, even if we can't describe how we're feeling, some of the music that we listen to is right on the money when it comes to describing how we're feeling. And also some songs actually have solutions. So you could be really taking in music at this time. We have hold on. The expansive card. Yes. So you could be at a place where you're thinking about expanding on your education. Some of you may be thinking about going back to school or adding on to what you already have here. And knowledge is power. So if this is not dealing with school, this could be spiritual knowledge or whatever like that. But it does seem like you're expanding your horizons when it comes to different things that you want to learn, different things that you want to improve on. I have the release card. So you could be releasing a lot of toxic energy here. This is like self-identifying. So maybe there's been some toxic traits that you've recognized. Infinite creativity. There's been some infinite traits, lots of traits that you've recognized that weren't healthy. So you could be releasing those. Okay. Hey, Bianca. Hey, Darisha. We have the conscious focus. You're staying focused. Focus on your dreams. Focus on yourself. I'm hearing focus on my career. Okay. We have the self-appreciation. You're just really appreciating who you are in this moment. And it's almost like you are only awaiting energy that's going to be appreciative of you as well. Okay. And I do feel like you're willing to give that back. Okay. Hey, Golden. We have the up and out card. Yeah. So you're willing to get that back. You're also willing to identify parts of you that may have not yet healed, and you're feeling better about that because now you identify like, hey, I can admit that I haven't healed from this situation, but guess what? I want to, because I want to move forward. I have the my own energy card. So you could be really focusing in on your energy. You could really focus in on how you want to elevate your energy here, how you want to come off when it comes to certain situations. We have the opportunities for growth. Yeah. So anytime that you're improving your situation, you know that your energy or your vibration is going to increase. You're feeling pretty good about that. Give me a little bit more self-appreciation, opportunity, edge of greatness here. Yeah. So with that being said, you are willing to go through whatever it takes to get to what you want. If it's love that you want, you're willing to look at yourself and make sure that, you're showing up as your highest version. That means self-identifying, being self-aware, looking at the areas where you may need to be more peaceful in. So you're looking at all of that. So what happens is you're turning into the person you want to attract. You're going to be projecting that out and also attracting that kind of energy back to you. If it's career, you could be just really processing what you're good at, processing what comes to mind, and you could be making a transition in your career. And then with money, you could be identifying areas where you need to save more. You're actually doing that, watching what you're spending, and what you're noticing is you're increasing in your abundance. And a lot of you are finding that money is making its way to you. Say, for instance, an extra job or extra few days that you have to work, or some of you could be getting monetary gifts. I mean, it just depends on your situation here. I do have the food card. Okay, so you could be really being cautious about what you're eating right now. I'm hearing food is for fuel, so you could definitely be trying to be healthier, and you're noticing that your brain isn't as foggy when you eat well. Okay, the creator of happiness. Yeah, so that could be you just really trying to work on yourself from the inside out. Okay, we have the present card. I do get the feeling that a lot of you are at this place of, I just want to live for the present. I don't want to worry about the future. Even though I know that it's something that I have to be prepared for, look forward to, but I don't want to sit and worry about it, because guess what? Whatever's going to be is going to be. Okay. We have the expressing love. So you could be expressing love to someone new in your life, or you could be expressing love to family. I feel like this love is coming from a place of you being more self-aware, you being grateful for the people that are in your life, and also they're grateful for you. Okay. We have loving space. Yeah, some of you could be walking into a new love situation. It says I cannot learn other people's lessons for them. They must get there themselves at their own time. I can simply hold loving space for them as they go through their journey. Right. So definitely you could be loving people from a distance. This could be family. This could be people that you have tried to help, and the help didn't seem to work. So you may be loving people from a distance. Doesn't mean that you're not close to them. It just means like, hey, I need to separate in order to keep my energy feel good, because maybe this person wants to stay stuck in the past and you're willing to move forward, but you still love this person from a distance. Okay, together. Yeah. So even though you may be separate, have distance between you, you're still together, either by family or friends or whatever like that. It says I love working together with others and how it makes once impossible dreams possible. And sometimes we need to separate in order for us to get on our own journey to figure out what works for us. And then when we come back together, we find that we're even better than we were before. All right, let's get some advice here. Hold lightly. It says, I take the things and people that come into my life lightly. Yes. So, no, we don't want to lose anyone. Okay. But this could be where you are trying to make sure that you're working on yourself to be happy by yourself. And here's the thing. I'm not saying people are going to be leaving. I'm just saying it's just like you're at a place of knowing that nothing is forever and you want to be happy alone. And this is very powerful, because once you reach this point of being happy alone, guess what usually happens? You start meeting different people, because you're no longer codependent on someone else's company in order to have happiness here. And lastly, we have the play card. It says, I am completely engaged in what I do in the here and now. I call it play instead of work. I am deeply fulfilled by all that I do. So yeah, coming to a place of peace, knowing that you're making strides, feeling comfortable about the work that you've done, and also looking forward to great things to come. Love, money, abundance, better careers, better opportunities. Wow, Pisces, looks good. Okay. So, reading is short today. We're going to do just a couple of subscriber questions. Um, I mean, I promise they're not long. We're just, mainly I've turned them into topics so that, we could just kind of get to the business of it, because the emails that I'm receiving are long. So I just wanted, I thought about it. So let me create topics. Okay. Okay. So the first topic we're going to talk about, give me 1 second here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I go live and for other readings. Leave a comment to let me know how it resonates with you. I'm getting a lot of emails about parents, single parents that are trying to date again. Now, you ladies and gentlemen, y'all got to help me out, okay? Because I'm not a parent yet. So I need, some reflection from parents or people that have experienced this type of situation. I'm getting single parents, emailing different scenarios. And, we're not counselors. We're not pastors. Well, there may be some in here, and I'm not sure. But I know I'm not a pastor. I'm not a counselor. I'm not a therapist. I'm just somewhat like a spiritual life coach, a person that has just been through some things and have a lot of wisdom when it comes to certain things in life, except having children. Okay. So the situation that was presented in the email has to do with this mother that's trying to date again as a single mom. But she keeps looking to see what her ex is doing. They both have agreed that the situation is over, but she can't help but to look at what her ex is doing. And the ex has told her that they don't work together. They don't, things don't work with them. And so I get the sense that maybe he wants to move on, but she's writing, maybe she's not quite ready, or she wants to, but he's familiar. So, if you could provide any advice for this single mom, what would you say? I'm just going to say this. Do you want to be with a person that doesn't want to be with you? You know, we got to get to a place where we realize like, hey, does this person really want me or what? I mean, we and a lot of times it's hard to face that, but we have to get to that space where we say, do they really want me or are they just here for the sake of the child? You know, how do I really feel about this situation? Do I really want to spend years or a lifetime with someone that really doesn't love me? That would be my response to this lady's email. So I'm going to leave the floor open for anybody that would like to chime in, you know, about that situation. She may not be ready for her ex to move on. But if he's telling her that, you know, I don't know what to say. I want to make sure I'm being fair because with me personally, when people have told me that they didn't want the situation, I just would back away. Dorisha says, I'm going through the same thing. I don't want the way he makes me feel. He interrupts my peace. He makes me foggy because of the disrespect. It's a sense of wanting to move on first. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. And it must be a common thread about the parents trying to move on, you know? And she stated in her email that they have been dating other people. Um, Kind of seems like to me when things don't work out, she wants to go back to him. You know, thank you, Brad. She wants to go back to him when things maybe okay, let's just say she dates someone, right? And it doesn't work out and she thinks about him. That's normal. But you know, check this out. When people and maybe my fellas can attest to this, my single dads. I just know like I have a few like uncles and some cousins like they may go back and forth with their child's mom for a while, but I've known quite a few people that when they get to a place of really being done, they're done. And so if he's telling her over and over that they can't be together, he's even told the children that me and your mother are not going to be together, but we love you and we got you. You got two parents that'll always have your back, which is very mature. Which is very mature. Because the gentleman could really say something negative to the child about the mom. So that just shows his character, you know? No one is going to be your ex and everyone is different. It ultimately, let me read this. This is a good point. No one is going to be your ex and everyone is different. It ultimately never works. So save face and move on. Thank you, Dorisha. Yeah, Brad, thank you. Sounds like confirmation to me. I mean, which part, Brad? What he's telling his children or what he's told her, you know? And I want to be fair because she's emailing pretty much she knows what he said. She's not oblivious to it. It's just painful because she keeps looking at the situation. She's looking back thinking they can rekindle and he's looking forward. All right, Magic. I'm the opposite. I want my ex to meet someone else so I feel less guilty about moving on. Okay, Magic. That's big there. That's major. All of it. Yeah, Brad. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And that's just looking at the relational part of it. Because for me, I'm gonna be real. If a man or woman can tell their child that me and your other parent is not going to be together and that we love you, that is huge because it takes a lot for people to tell their children no. You know that? It especially something dealing with their other parent. It's hard. But if a person has made up their mind and they're really ready to move forward, I believe being honest with your children is key. Now, the dad should take his time moving on, and hopefully the mother will as well. The subscriber that wrote this email, they would take their time getting to know someone new before they bring that person around their children. Absolutely. We've talked about that before in the live. But definitely, Derisha said, yeah, it's hope. Hope can makes you almost delusional. And I promise I'm not calling her that. It's just facts. Oh, Derisha, I get it. So let me clear it up. Don't want anything to be misconstrued. Darisha says, yes, it's hope. Hope can make you almost delusional. And I promise I'm not calling her that, just facts. Absolutely. Brad says she the one that is codependent. And it could be a little codependency. It could be codependent on a relationship that used to exist that was familiar. Maybe she started dating, thought she was ready, and got out here trying to find him and other guys. And I feel like, I know for me, whenever me and my ex-fiance were no longer together, and we have been together close to 5 years, we were no longer together, and I took time. I took 4 years to heal. And so I tried, after a year, I tried to get back out there, but I kept looking for him in other people. So I said, okay, I'm not ready. I'm not ready, because if I was ready, I would have been at a higher vibration, and I would have been looking for somebody that matches that vibe, right? But I was looking for him for a while, and it took me 4 years to get to a place of wanting something different. It's all codependency. That's why he woke up. Brad, ooh, got a good point. And we all have feelings, men and women alike. But I mean, as men are said to be the more logical species, and women are more emotional. And that's not downplaying women at all, because I'm a woman myself, but it's factual. Men are a whole lot more logical. I'm not talking about the ones that want to lie and all this. I'm talking about a mature man that's confident in his masculinity. When he makes up his mind, it's made up. Because they're looking at, they're already, hey Teresa, they're already, they have already looked at the situation for what it is. See, women, sometimes we can look at it for what we want it to be. But men have a tendency to see it for what it is. Like, okay, you get what I'm saying? Yeah, Brad, he said, it's not downplaying anyone. It's just the fact. Yeah, because we as women, I'm going to say women, because I'm a woman myself, we are emotional. We thrive on emotion. If we work on ourselves, we have strength. We can figure out how to manage our emotions and how we react. But the nature of the beast with women is that we're emotional creatures. We're emotional so we can pour love into our children, into our families. That's just how God created us, And men, it created men to take care of families, to make sure the family was safe, to make sure the family was fed, provided for. And that requires a man to be logical. The man has to be logical. The man has to make hard decisions for his family that he may not want to make. And sometimes some men choose to leave, they're not leaving their children, but sometimes they choose to leave the dynamic if it's toxic, because they don't want their children to see all this arguing, to see all this misfortune, and vice versa. Brad said, tell her to get in her masculine energy. It will help to be more balanced than both. It would. But I'm just going to say this. Anytime a man has ever told me that it's just not going to work, I take his word, because as the logical species, even if he see it later, like see it from a different standpoint, in that moment right there, I accept it. I may not like it, but I accept it. Okay, Magic. In full disclosure, I also want him to meet someone else so he won't make things difficult for me when I do. I get that. I get that. And a lot of times it's easier if that other person has somebody. And then sometimes you got to deal with the drama that comes from the children's mom or dad. We talked about that before as well. I know me personally, I'm not dealing with any of it. I'm not. Mm-mm. The moment I have respect, I'll have respect for everybody. But the moment you come at me crazy, you can cold believe we're going to handle that right there. And it's not going to be we arguing. It's not going to be nobody fighting. If you coming at me crazy, you and I both, we're going to the courthouse. We're going to the police station. And we can get an officer or a state trooper or whoever to be a mediator. And we're going to talk about why it is that you want to harass me. And I'm not playing with that. I will not play that. I got a job to think about. I got my mental health to think about. I got my reputation to think about. I got my walk with God to think about. I'm not fighting. I'm not fighting no woman over a man. I'm not doing it. It ain't worth it. First, I'm going to look at him. I'm going to look at his actions. I'm going to look at his words. I'm going to look at his actions. Okay? Got to take that into account. And I'm going to see how he handles it first. And if it gets to a place where he's trying and maybe she doesn't quite get it and she wants to come at me crazy, trying to scare me off, trying to intimidate me, trust and believe we will be at the police station. I will nip it in the bud so quick. So quick. Because the one thing I know, most people, when you go ahead and show them that you're not anything to play with, when you show them you ain't nothing to play with, they gonna leave you alone. I don't have to threaten you. I don't have to try to intimidate you. I don't have to try to put my hands on you. But what I can do is handle you with paper. Warrants, arrests, whatever you got. Because it's gonna hurt you more than me. And get this, it's on record. So if I keep getting repetitive, miss, you already know. You already know. But I believe in handling it from the jump. But I'm going to be looking at my partner, though. I got to see what his actions are. It's me after all. Hello. And it may be that she would rather have moved on first, but she needs time to heal from the relationship. The kids will be fine. Yeah, it's me after all. That's the thing. Children adjust to just about anything. Of course, they're going to feel different. Who doesn't want their parents together? I wanted my parents together when they talked about a divorce. I was 15 and they talking about divorce. I'm like, no, but I soon learned in a few years when I turned 18, I was like, I'm glad they got a divorce because they were not good for each other. I adjusted. That doesn't mean that my parents loved me any less. They just weren't good together. They just weren't good together. Never let a man tell you more than once he don't want you. That's right. That's right. I knew my parents needed to be apart when I was 10. Yeah. I mean, it just wasn't a good dynamic in my household growing up. It wasn't the worst, But I definitely believe that they were better apart. All right. Hey Tyler, my parents married 30 years and they are miserable. Oh wow, man. Sorry to hear that. Yeah. Yeah. So I commend people that just say, "Hey, this is just not working. It's not working for either one of us. Let's move on." It's hard to say, and it may hurt to tell that person that. But guess what? This is your life we talking about. A lot of us in this chat right now have already lived over half of our life if you think about it. Not trying to scare you. Okay, Tyler. Not trying to scare you, but a lot of us have lived over half of our life, to be honest. Do you want to spend another 10 years, 5, 10, 15 years with somebody that don't know how to treat you? Y'all don't get along. You got beautiful kids, but you don't get along. And this is what I'm saying to the subscriber and everyone else if you relate to this. Do you really want to be with a person that wants to move on because they want to find the person that they gel with? And there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, Magic. I totally get it. And that's what we have to ask ourselves. Mm-hmm. But subscriber that's the anonymous subscriber, I'm going to say this. I commend this gentleman because not only did he tell you as the mother of his children, but he told his children because he didn't want to get their hopes up. He didn't want to trick them into thinking that this was going to be. You know? Sounds like people scared to talk when stuff like that happens. Codependency is a drug for real. Yeah. Codependency is strong. It really is. It is strong because a lot of times codependency is so strong because with some people it can make or break whether they be happy or not. They are so dependent on another person for their happiness. And they never worked on themselves. They never would take the time to work on themselves and say, hey, I can't control another human being. And I had to do this too. I'm sure a lot of you had to do it. I can't control another human being. And I don't want to because I don't want to be controlled. But I can choose how I react, how I respond. I can choose to be different. You know? That's why I say that when you're dating somebody new, there's no need in you trying to go through their phone, trying to check their social media, trying to, go drive by their house, trying to see what they're doing at work. Why are you doing that? It's going to be revealed. If it's something to worry about, it's going to be revealed. More times than not, a person may go ahead and do what you're accusing them of doing versus you just letting them be who they are. I kid you not. And a lot of times, if you haven't been burned by the person, it's an insecurity. Oh, I know he's cheating. I know she's cheating. And they might be just working, or they sleep, or hanging out with their family, or hanging out with children or friends or whatever. And, you got to trust that anything that's not right is going to be revealed. And something about showing a person that you trust them, that's and you hope that the person has integrity and won't do those things to you. But it's something about showing the person that you're willing to trust them until they show something different, or if they show something different, it works wonders. It works wonders. Because then they look at you a little different. But you have to heal in a certain way to get to that point. It takes work now. It takes work. But it's something about giving that person a little bit of your trust and saying, I trust, like with myself, I'll just say, hey, I trust that you will make the right decision. And that's putting the ball in their court. It's like 50-50. It's like I'm putting the ball in your court, but I'm telling you right now that I trust that you will make the right decision. Okay. Okay, cool, Darisha. Thank you for coming in and sharing. Look forward to hearing from you when you get the chance to get the rest of it. Thank you so much. Good luck in your meeting. Yeah. You will get more of a response, a more positive response out of people when you let them be who they are. Trusting people come easier when you know you got your own back. You hit the nail on the head with that one, Minea. Trusting people comes easier when you know you got your own back no matter what. Yes, when you work on yourself, when you work on healing from traumas, insecurities, heartbreak, when you really work on that and you build yourself from the inside out, and I'm talking about you build yourself to the point where you are stronger and you're an anchor. Y'all know what an anchor is. An anchor holds it down. Okay. You are known as an anchor. You're solid. That means it doesn't matter who walk out of your life. You still going to be good. You still gonna be able to do your thing. And that's powerful. That's why when you walk away from situations, people are looking at you like, how in the world can you walk away and be more successful without me? Because I never gave up on me. I knew that even though you couldn't see my value, I needed to walk away so that I could keep my value. And when I walked away and continued living, it added on to my value. It's something about removing yourself when you're not being treated well that exemplifies your value exponentially. Because usually a person that has identified that they're not being treated well, that they're not valued, and they can walk away, that's a person that loves themselves. Even if they got to walk away with a broken heart, that person loves themselves. And what they know is they have faith that they're going to be okay with or without anybody. They know that. And so then you take that person and they go work on themselves even more and they become stronger. Oh, man. You won't ever trust anybody 100%. But when you work on yourself to a certain point that you know you got your back, like Minea said, you know you got your back at the end of the day, you don't mind giving people a little bit of trust just to see what they're going to do. You know? And people, men and women alike, they test each other. They test each other to see what a loyalty is. And I understand that. Because in the Bible, it talks about testing the spirit. Not in a manipulative way, but just to see, you know, what the person's heart is like. So it talks about that. So the thing is, it's just like, say, for instance, you talking to somebody, you dealing with somebody, and they ask you a question like, how would you feel if, we're together and I do this for somebody else? Or I do this. So what that is, they're trying to see if you're jealous. They're trying to see if you got a jealous spirit on you. And if you ask somebody like me, at this point in my life now, back in the days, say 10, 15 years ago, yeah, I would have been jealous. What do you mean? What you trying to do for somebody else? This is me now. 2023 version. This is what I say. Well, I've always known that we got to treat people the way we want to be treated. And you got to put yourself in somebody else's shoes. And if you think this is something that you would be cool with someone doing to you, then that's what you do. I mean, that's the way I speak these days. I'm not trying to get anybody to do anything that I want them to do. I want them to do what they want to do, what they feel is right. And if it doesn't align with my values, my morals, then I already know what I'm working with. And you're more apt to get people to see your side like that when they feel like they have a choice versus you trying to, take them down. You better not do this. You better not do that. No, Because what's going to stand out in their mind is the fact that you said, I trust that you're going to make the right decision. It stands out in their mind. And then they zoom in on right decision, right decision, right decision. It's like you're planting seeds. And they don't even know it. But it's not manipulation. Don't get me wrong. We're not supposed to manipulate each other. I'm talking about you're planting a seed of truth. You're planting a seed of trust. And they got one or two options. Either they can water the seed, you know, and not do whatever they just asked you, or they can ignore it and don't have any growth in that area. But they will see that again. So a lot of times when people start talking about doing this for somebody else, or they start talking about other men, other women, they're trying to see if you're jealous. They're trying to see if you're jealous. But if you are a man or a woman that knows your value, and you know you're strong, and you know you'll be a really good mate for somebody, and this person want to play like that, that's on them. Who's losing? Not you. You might lose a little time, but you're not the one losing. They losing. And the only way to get them to see that is you got to be strong. You got to be confident in yourself. You got to have an air about yourself that you're going to be happy regardless. Because I tell a guy real quick, I'm going to be happy regardless because I have to. If I want to have a healthy life, I have to be happy. I got to be good with me no matter what, with or without you. With or without, and it's the truth. What you going to do, fold because a person act crazy? Why? Your life is too precious. You got too much of purpose in this world to be worried about somebody that can't see your value. You know what I'm saying? Manea, thank you for the Empress heading to my toxic fams today, and positiveness is giving me strength. Appreciate you so much. Much love, Empress, and everyone. Thank you so much. Good luck. Good luck. Thank you. Yeah. So to the subscriber, I just want to say you have to be strong. You got to work on yourself so that this person, they want to move on, you can be strong with or without them. You know? And you work on the healing, work on the strength, and you will find or you will meet the person that aligns with your vibe. Sometimes people grow apart. You could be with somebody for years and still not grow together. You grow apart. And that's it. I'm not stressing. I don't have the energy to be trying to constantly tell people how to treat me. I don't have the energy. I'll tell you once, maybe twice. And if you can't do it right, something that is free and it should come natural to you, to have respect, loyalty, integrity, then we're not going to have anything. Not going to have anything. But a lot of times men and women alike will test each other to see what they're working with. And when they figure out that they're working with a real one, it's all bets off. All bets off. When a person knows that you can walk away and be happy after walking away, you are setting a powerful statement. Powerful. It's way more powerful than you staying there and putting up with whatever. By getting up and you leaving after something that is just not great for you, just knowing that you'll walk away is power. It's powerful. And it creates value for you. So now what that person knows is that you're going to take care of you regardless. They know that now. You're going to take care of you regardless. So I don't know what happened between the subscriber and this gentleman that caused their situation not to work. But what I will say is that according to the email, he's being pretty honest, pretty straight up, being respectful of the children. Don't see anything wrong with how he has responded. It's just a hard situation because probably energetically she can feel that he has moved on. You know, you can feel that. She probably can feel that he's moved on. He's probably acting different, talking different, but he still has respect for her and the children, you know? Anybody else would like to chime in with any last comments before we go? You got to respect the man that can come and say, hey, this is not working. We've tried. This is just not working. Let's come together to finish raising our kids, but this is not working. And then tell the children the same thing so he don't get their hopes up. That's powerful. That's powerful. All righty. Well, if you don't have any last comments, I thank you so much for coming in, everybody. Thank you for listening to your reading today, and also thank you for your feedback on the question today. I was going to do two, but I'm only going to do that one because it took up a lot of time. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I'm live again for other readings, other messages. Please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. Thank you for all your love and support, each and every one of you. I really appreciate you. I hope your day is safe and blessed. Remember, you are worth it always. Take care of yourself. Until next time, bye.